me get a cough in there as we start the show.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you listening, you just missed out because we just did a whole Wideside Cinema episode before we even turned the mics on because
that's what we do.
Got into some conversation of what we watched the last week, things we like, things we hate.
And then it just went on a little
rant.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
I didn't mention that off air, but I'll say something now.
Okay.
Did you know they're doing the spinoff of the Game of Thrones?
Yes. House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragons, like the Targaryen.
Hundreds of years before
that, yeah.
I feel like it'll be okay because there'll probably be some.
It's the same people doing it, so
yeah. I mean, they're gonna throw in nudity and fucking at the beginning.
Yeah.
They're gonna ramp it up with dragons.
Yep, I'm cool.
Probably gonna be a lot of vicious killing.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I think it'll be cool.
I feel hopefully like the White Walkers are involved.
I would like to know how that originated.
Yeah,
like
I feel like you don't get enough of that.
Mm-hmm. You just always heard for however many fucking seasons that winter was coming, and then you saw like the one in like the second season that Jon Snow killed.
Yeah,
and then like you didn't see another one for like 3 seasons.
And then like you see the guy like everybody dies, and then he does like the Undertaker lights on thing, and everybody's a White Walker now.
God, that was cool.
And they got their own dragon, and like, hey, this is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, when they got their own dragon, that was cool.
Yeah. And then, winter's coming, and then all of a sudden it's like some snowflakes, and like, to me, it was like Italy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it felt like to me. Like, hey, here's a couple snowflakes, and that's all they did with that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole thing of, hey, you have to go guard the wall. That's your punishment. I was like, we killed the, what?
Yeah, like you mean at the very end?
Yeah.
Where they send Snow back there. I was like,
the fuck?
Well, why do I have to be punished? Everybody wanted her dead anyway.
Yeah.
I just made it easier.
Realize like she just murdered a shit ton of people.
Yeah. And, she probably...
Not to mention we did a lot of banging and we're related.
Yeah.
I felt like that didn't need to be part of the storyline. Like, hey, you just made us watch shit that we shouldn't have been watching.
Yeah.
And like was okay with it at the beginning, and then it's like, hey, you were okay with this hookup. Let's spin this back of like, oh, whoa, hey.
A lot of it.
You can't make us okay with shit.
Yeah.
On the backside.
Nope. Yeah, and they found out you were related, just banging each other.
Yeah. A lot of people forget that's kind of where Jason Momoa got his start.
Yeah. Yeah. Banging that blonde-headed chick.
Yep.
I needed more of him. I know that he wasn't supposed to, last longer, but
and like he was a nobody. Like that's the funny thing of because people like they seen that show and he was becoming Aquaman and was becoming a huge star.
Yeah.
But I seemed like he said that when he was shooting that show, he was homeless.
Yeah.
Like he didn't make any money for that. I mean,
it was, but his character was so cool. Like he was just badass. Like those whole people were just badass people. And I was like, I need more of that guy, And
he kind of died in a shitty way.
Yeah, he's like a disease.
You were being a badass and you got kind of a little flick of a knife wound and it killed you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I could be wrong. It's been a long time since I've watched it. He could have been stabbed harder.
Well, then I think that witch tried to save him, but ended up killing him more or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Either way, I haven't seen
fucking witches be crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Make yourself laugh on that one.
Cheesy line that was, and it just came right out like it was supposed to be there. Oh,
that's
my God.
That's cool.
I want to start off, obviously, we're going to do a draft spectacular today.
Woo.
Just in case we're going to get this out in the world. And if we get one before the draft starts next week, we can make adjustments.
Yeah.
But we need to get something.
Get something on paper.
Out in the ether.
Yeah.
That way people know about it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of people watching the draft, and I assume most of them listen to us. So
yeah, they have to.
They need to know what's coming.
I think, it's going to be great having a Wideside Sports mock draft 1.0. I think it's going to be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe, if we end up before the draft, we do a 2.0.
Or 1.5.
But before we dive into the football, and that's me vibrating.
That's cool.
That's awesome. I love hearing static through my headphones. You should probably buy a new one of those.
Yeah, it's fine.
It cost almost $4.
It's not in our budget. It's not in our budget.
Not in the budget.
Of no money.
Yeah. But I was talking to my brother, called me, and he was asking me about that. And let me get your thoughts, because I don't know what my thought is. I have a kind of a thought, but of just do you think the fight was rigged? Because I'm sure you watch. I mean, I didn't watch
highlights.
it. But, well,
I mean, I
you've
read
seen
all
the whole thing on Twitter. I mean, it only lasted a fucking minute.
I did not think it was rigged.
Like, he got hit.
He got hit.
There's no doubt about that.
He didn't take a dive. I mean, the dude, he got him. I didn't think it was rigged when I first saw the fight.
Yeah.
When I saw it afterwards of, like, Askren smiling and having a good time.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if he was broke and needed this payday, or if he just was okay with losing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was rigged. I just don't think he gave a shit if he won either way.
Yeah, I don't think it mattered to him at all. I also think that's his like the next day after Masvidal kneed him in the fucking head.
Yeah.
He was joking about that.
Okay.
I think that's his personality.
Okay.
My thing is, for that fight, obviously Ben's not a striker. He looked dumpy.
He looked horrible.
Yeah.
He looked absolutely horrible.
That's kind of how he looks when he fights,
that's that's what everybody said, but still.
But it looked like he didn't try. But Paul actually, he set him up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shots to the body.
Yeah.
And then kind of faked low and then just came over the top. But the thing that was weird to me was the stoppage by the ref, because he kind of bounced up rather quickly. And it's like, step forward, and he stepped forward, and it was maybe a stumble there, and he ended it of like, all right, maybe. It was from my understanding, there's some people that liked it because of the concert aspect, but it seemed like it was a total shit show, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
Of like, they had a fight, and then they did like an hour concert, and then had some other bullshit stuff nobody wanted to see. Sounded like the commentator desk was just high and drunk.
Yeah.
Seemed like Oscar De La Hoya was drunk and on coke.
That's what everybody said.
And then from what I hear, Pete Davidson was fucking terrible. Of like, why are you here?
Yeah.
Like, it just seemed like a whole shit show.
It seemed like they just had people there just because of their names. Like, they just were trying to... One, it seemed like they were trying to promote boxing.
Yeah.
And you just did it in a wrong way. Like, it's still you just made it not respectful to me.
Yeah.
Like, it seemed like you shit on the sport and you were just trying to do anything to make it relevant again.
Yeah.
By having Snoop Dogg, you had Frank Mir up there.
Yeah.
Like, why? Why do you have Frank, like...
The undercards are shit in boxing. It doesn't matter. Like, the Tyson Fury, his next fight.
Yeah.
Every undercard fight will be a piece of shit fight that nobody cares about. That's why when you'd watch a Floyd Mayweather fight.
Yeah.
The 8 fights leading up to the main event, there's 7 people in the crowd.
Yeah.
And then when Floyd fights, it's full. It's because boxing is terrible.
Yes.
And nobody fucking cares. And they fight nobody. And it's all a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
But, it did 1.5 million pay-per-view buys. So, they're going to, whoever he fights next, they're going to do the same bullshit. Because at Triller, they're going to go, hey, people came in for these like, I don't know anybody that they never advertised that Justin Bieber was going to sing, so they didn't buy that for that.
Exactly. No.
So you're going to pull out the same...
They didn't advertise anybody was going to sing.
Bullshit, because you did 1.5 million buys. It's like, well, no, Jake Paul did 1.5 million.
Yeah.
Well, say Jake Paul did 1 million, and then 500,000 bought it to see if Ben Askren could beat him.
Pretty much.
So you did... Because that proved, too, that... when he was the undercard in the Mike Tyson fight, people bought that for Jake Paul and Nate Robinson. They didn't give a fuck about Mike Tyson.
No. And one of the other aspects of it that I hate, it's just like they showed like behind the scenes, like on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
And like Pete Davidson came in and his team or whatever, his people, whatever the hell you want to say, came in and was like talking to him before the fight while he was getting dressed, stuff like that. The dude on Jake Paul's team and a guy from Pete Davidson's team are getting in a flat out fucking argument and almost fighting each other before their fight started.
Yeah.
Did you watch any of that?
No.
So I think one of them was a boxer on Paul's team, like whatever. I'm assuming he probably is a boxer at some point in time. The other one looked like Rashad Davis.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Isn't he a UFC fighter?
Shot Evans, either way.
Maybe.
I've heard it both ways.
Okay. Well, Rashad Evans, that's who it looked like. I don't know who the hell it was. I don't think it was Rashad Evans, but
it probably was not. Because if it was, he would have beat the fuck out of that guy.
It was somebody who was UFC. Well, he goes to take the boxing gloves from Jake Paul's guy and tries to put them on Jake Paul as like a nice thing to do. And like Jake Paul guy's like, you don't know nothing about these things because he was a UFC. Like,
yeah.
It just like sparked this whole fight. I'm like, this guy's about to fight in like 30 minutes. Like, what the hell? This is a joke.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to be back here. You know what I'm saying? It just seemed like a whole parade for nothing.
That's the thing of like, hey, is this something we just set up for content?
Yes.
Because you're a YouTube guy. Because that'd be the other thing with the UFC guy of like, one, you don't put somebody else's fucking gloves on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's that guy's job.
Yeah.
Because usually the athletic commission is fucking watching that happen.
Yes. Yeah.
Because there's things that have to go into that.
Yeah.
But that's the, because I heard, what's that?
I'm going to see if I can find it real fast, see who the guy was.
I was listening to Chael Sonnen talk about that because Oscar De La Hoya was saying that he's wanting to get back in and have a fight.
Yeah.
And Chael was talking of like watching that, you could visibly see that Oscar's drunk.
Yeah.
And it's known that he's had bad cocaine problems.
Uh-huh.
He says, now, when you're advertising that, he goes, I'm going to have a problem with the fight commission that gives him a boxing license.
Yeah.
Because, like, you can't do that.
No.
Like, I mean, like, your heart's going to explode.
I don't know. Like, that was like a whole big thing afterwards. Like, Oscar De La Hoya needs help.
Yeah.
Like, it's bad. He needs some sort of help. I mean, I don't know how else to explain. Like, that was like the whole thing afterwards. It was, he needs help. You know, he's obviously on a lot of fucking drugs right now. You know what I mean? It was just weird. Weird.
That's a weird thing. And I don't know. The bad thing is, like, for Jake Paul, I mean, I think we talked about it last week. It was either if there's a knockout, I think I said it would be Jake Paul knocking out Ben Askren. If it went to decision, I think Ben would win. So I was right either way.
Pretty much, yeah.
I thought it might go longer than a round.
I did too. Like that,
you know, because all of a sudden it was like Ben forgot how to dodge a punch. But
pretty much.
But then again, I was talking with my brother of like, you know, people. Because everybody thinks about the Jorge Masvidal thing of like, that's like the first time he'd lost a match. Like, I don't know that Ben had been beaten.
It was a big deal that he lost. Like, I remember that
But
happening.
they say, well, yeah, see, he did this. But it's like, well, everybody gets knocked out by that knee. It was a flying knee.
Yeah.
You know, it just
Nobody
got caught.
that.
Now, then he lost the next match to Damian Maia, but he didn't get knocked out. I think he got submitted, which a lot of people get submitted by Damian Maia. So. But when I was talking with Sean was the fact that, like, Ben is such a wrestler. Like, he just takes you down and beats the shit out of you. Kind of like he not as good as Khabib, but he was that style.
Okay. I'm
going to wrestle you down on the ground and mad dog you.
Yeah.
So people aren't going to throw haymakers at him in MMA because, hey, if you miss, you're going down.
Yeah.
So, with Paul not having a threat of, hey, he can't take me down.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, exactly.
So, and then Ben probably thinking of like, nobody's thrown punches like this before. It's like, well, I can't take him down, so they're not scared of that.
Yeah.
Now I think Ben ought to come back and say, hey, okay, I did it in yours. Now come do it in mine.
Well,
and when Paul, no, I can't.
Yeah, I can't do that.
That's the thing is just pissed. Stop picking on fucking MMA guys, especially ones that you go call out Damian Maia next of like, oh, let me get this jiu-jitsu guy.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you talk about strikers in the UFC. Like, you're not going to get, like, didn't he call out Nate Diaz afterwards?
Yeah.
Like, Nate Diaz is a straight up, I'm just going to stand here and swing at you.
Yeah, Nate Diaz beat his ass.
Yeah.
But also, Nate Diaz not a huge striker, but he will strike with you. Like,
yeah.
Nate's a guy with like cardio for days. Like he'll drag you into the deep water, but he'll also get you down and submit you, kind of get you on the ground.
But of all the people
but he will swing with you.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like he will swing with you, and
But that's another thing. Like they call out Conor McGregor. It's like, hey Jake, you cut down to 191.5. I think was his weight of like.
Yeah.
Conor's like 170.
I know.
I mean, what are we doing here, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
you can't.
You fought Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
You fought Ben Askren, who just looked really out of shape. He did. But You're not fighting anybody. Like, fight a fucking boxer, please.
Let's just also say, let's not forget that, like, you just fought a guy that within the last year had his hip replaced.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that.
It's a joke to me. Boxing's a joke to me until this guy is obviously trying to help boxing. And boxing is using his popularity to try to get people to watch. Let him fight another fucking boxer.
Oh, he can't do that.
Yeah.
He'll get his ass whipped.
Oh, for sure he will.
Now he'll fight some. Now he could fight guys like they're talking about, like Tyson Fury's half brother, I think, or something like that, or step brother, or something like that, who's had 5 boxing matches.
Yeah.
And like one of the guys that he fought was like 2-100, and then like 2-10 and 1-25.
Yeah.
You know, doing the standard boxing shit.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get to 20-0 before we can fight anybody. Of like, that's why nobody
cares.
Nobody likes your sport. And then I am all with and I know we're spending a long fucking time talking about this, but if people fast forward, they can. Yeah. But I agree with Chael Sonnen on this because he's a big boxing guy and I like boxing.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree with him of, hey, it's too fucking long.
Yeah.
The one thing, you know, like the Mike Tyson thing, they did 2-minute rounds. That's good. But you shouldn't. There ain't no fight that should be more than 8 rounds.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's for the heavyweight championship of the world. You have a 12-round fight, and in multiple rounds, they actively say, it looks like he's taking this round off.
Yeah. Like
that's a fucking problem.
That is a problem.
We can't have this as a sport.
You do not say that about the UFC fights. It doesn't matter.
Because you can't.
You can't, because you'll get the fuck knocked out. I mean, it's weird to me.
But
that's
to me, if you did a championship fight was 8 3-minute rounds of like, hey man, like, hey, we might have lost that round. Well, that's a fucking problem now. Like in a championship fight in the UFC's 5 rounds, you can get away with losing a round. Like, now we're just talking about going to decision because you get knocked out, you get knocked out. But that second round, they think, hey, we might have lost that second round. Well, now you got a fucking problem.
Yeah.
And especially on all the other fights, if it's not for a championship, it's fucking 3 rounds.
Yeah.
You can't fucking take a round off. It's boxing, get your shit together. Nobody fucking respects you because your titles mean jack shit because there's 97 of them. And you have 8 different fucking heavyweight champions. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah, I don't get it. And so, and I'm not, bashing on like old school things, but it's so old school.
There's no action.
There's no action.
Like I ended up falling asleep before the Whitaker fight. I'm into the probably 3 fights into the main card when I fell asleep or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm watching fights on the main card, which I would never do with boxing.
Yeah.
But I'm watching it in UFC because they're 3 5-minute rounds and there's action.
Yeah.
I don't need 36 minutes of fucking boxing.
Yeah. Rough.
I just don't need it. All right. Let's talk about just a real quick one because I don't know if you heard about another sport that nobody cares about.
Baseball or?
Yep.
Okay.
Did you see the thing with Gary Sheffield?
No.
So you know who Gary Sheffield is.
Explain it because I don't know who he is.
Gary Sheffield, 9-time All-Star, 500-plus home runs.
Okay.
Worked for TBS or whatever now, broadcast.
Okay.
Comes out and says, I don't watch baseball.
Okay.
Because it's a game I don't even recognize anymore.
Oh.
Basically talking about how boring it is.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even playing the game, he said, because, like, you get a guy that, like, they're praising him because he hit 45 home runs, but nobody talked about, like, he struck out 250 times.
Yeah.
He says, like, we got a guy coming up that has hit some dingers early, and it's the end of April, and he's already struck out 100 times, and nobody cares. It's like, well, either you strike out or hit a home run. Well, it's not. Mm-hmm. He's like, when I played, like, a home run was a big deal.
Yeah.
And now it's not. Of like, yeah, you're fucking right.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense the way he's coming from.
But you're talking about a guy that's like kind of that borderline, probably could be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Saying like, hey, I dedicated my life to this sport and I don't even fucking watch it.
Yeah.
Because it's unwatchable. I think he used the word unwatchable.
I mean, it's about time somebody says something like that who's been involved in it just because it is so fucking boring. So fucking boring. It's so long and nothing happens.
Yeah. That'd be the one thing too, like seeing a no-hitter, unless it's like a 10-0 thing. I mean, it could be a boring game.
Yeah.
But if you got 27 outs, like if you threw a no-hitter and had no strikeouts, I'd say that was probably a pretty fucking exciting game.
Uh-huh.
Because you're on the as you get to the fourth, fifth inning, it's like fucking guy's got a no going.
Yeah.
And everybody's hitting the ball.
Yeah.
Like now you're like I'm kind of intrigued of like this motherfucker.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly. Yeah.
Like you're not striking, nobody's swinging and missing, but nobody's getting on base either. So
that's more exciting than just strikeouts.
I don't want to see fucking strikeouts.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive as hell. It is. It really is to throw that stuff. But that's not what people come to watch.
Needs some action.
It needs some action.
I think that was the other stat with Sheffield. He had 500. He's in the 500 home run club. And every season he played, he walked more than he struck out, which like you can't say about.
Yeah.
Like you got some guys like Joey Votto, and like Joey Votto's kind of an old school player of like, hey, if he gets one, he gets one. He's going to hit 30 home runs or whatever. Yeah. But like when he gets 2 strikes, you can see he chokes up a little bit. He goes opposite. Like, hey, I got to get the ball in play.
I got to get a hit.
You see these other guys like, well, I'm down 0-2. I better swing to hit it out of the stadium. Because if I strike out, nobody seems to fucking care.
Yeah. That's, and I talk about like an old school way of, doing things, just getting the ball in play, getting on base. You know what I mean? Like that's, like I remember just playing like in Pee Wee. Obviously, you didn't hit a whole lot of fucking home runs in Pee Wee, but.
Well, you didn't.
No, because I was terrible. But it was just like, get the ball in play. Just get on base. You know what I mean? It was just getting around the bases was just as important as hitting a fucking home run.
Right.
And he's not wrong because there's so much fucking emphasis on home runs. That's like the only stat that fucking matters anymore.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I also did not hit a lot of home runs in Pee Wee. Also, I did not play Pee Wee. I skipped from T-ball straight to Little League.
Wow.
I played 4 years of Little League.
I hated baseball. I was not good. I tell you what, I could not hit the fucking ball to save my life, but my on base percentage was fantastic.
Had an eyeball on you.
Oh yeah, I remember I did 1 year in like high school, I think.
Yeah.
Whatever, maybe 8th grade or something like that. I mean, I got hit by the fucking pitch all the time. I just took it, and I remember going to the dugout and or going after the game, like one of my teammates' parents were like, "Well, doesn't that hurt?" No, these are guys.
They have thrown that hard.
Exactly, it doesn't hurt that bad. You turn your, you turn your back a little bit. You hit in the shoulder or the back or even the elbow. I mean,
in my whole high school career, I think I only played, maybe 2 pitchers that like had some shit.
Yeah.
That actually got Sky. I think one kid got drafted. The other kid did not, but he threw hard. He threw mid-90s.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's some weak sauce, man. It doesn't hurt that bad.
We're fucking 8th graders.
And for the most part, you can kind of turn in to take it in the arm.
Yeah.
You get hit in the face.
Probably gonna hurt. I never got hit in the face, but
well,
I'm not that stupid.
I watched a guy that you know.
Okay.
Was pitching. And we were playing, I guess you'd say, our rival, but no longer rival. So now you know who the team is.
Yeah.
I mean, he was pitching. He never pitched. He played shortstop, but he came in and could sling the heat.
Yeah.
And I mean, hit this kid right in the fucking mouth. I mean, just a high inside of like, oh my God. Also, the same person I said had the hardest hit I ever seen by a safety to a right receiver in a high school game. Same guy.
Yeah.
He's like, doesn't matter what sport he's playing, fucking lighting people up in the head.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God.
Oh, that's fun stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing I didn't see, obviously being a big fan, I didn't even know the spring game was happening for Ohio State this last week. I didn't watch any of it. I've seen some highlights.
Yeah. But it seems like the Stroud guy has the upper hand in that. CJ Stroud?
I would say so, since Vegas just released something.
Oh, really?
The Heisman list, who the 5th best option to win the Heisman at 12-1 is CJ Stroud.
Wow. I'd say, yeah.
It's like, because you got the kid from Clemson, obviously, and whoever's at Alabama and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, this kid hadn't even won the starting job, and Vegas already has him at 12-1. Yeah. Like, if the Heisman finalist came out today, this guy would be there and hasn't taken a fucking snap. Now, my guess is they're Ohio State. They have crazy running backs now. Mm-hmm. They're like 6 deep, 5, 6 deep. Stupid wide receiver room, and Ryan Day. Like, hey, these receivers are going to be fucking open.
Yeah.
And as long as this kid can throw it in a 5-yard area, they're probably going to get it. I mean,
hell, like this 8th receiver last year had that one-handed catch on the back of the end zone. That was one of the best catches by a receiver all year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
and then you never really seen him do much after that. Marvin Harrison Jr. seems like he might be something.
Seems like he's something, man. I mean, he gets it honest.
Yeah.
Marvin Harrison Sr., didn't he just seem like he was always 35?
Yeah.
Like he just had that look to
Yeah,
him.
it's like, when's he going to retire? It's like he's 24.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh, shit.
Really?
That mustache and no hair? Really?
Well, and then the fact of it, then it seems weird that like his kid is in college.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, yeah, he is, you know.
Well, one of the cool stats, and we can maybe lead this into our draft picks, is there's 3 players in this year's draft, possibly going in the first round, whose dads all played in the NFL, which is super cool to me. It's super cool to me because of the absolute low percentage that somebody gets drafted, and these guys' kids are going to be drafted. I mean, you got Asante Samuel, you got Joe Horn's kid, and then who the hell's the third one? Do you know who the third one is? Because I can't think of it right now. It's not his. I don't think his dad was that big of a player.
Who was your first 2 that you said?
Asante Samuel and Joe Horn's kid.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Surtain. His dad played in the NFL.
Yeah.
Patrick. Yeah. It's just crazy to me. Like, that's, you know what I mean? And I always think it's amazing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, because it's not guaranteed. I mean,
no.
Michael Jordan's the best basketball player
his son was
ever.
Fucking garbage. I think he got kicked out of school.
I think he did too. You know what I mean? But it's just like, it's crazy that that's actually a thing and it happens. And I don't know. I find it very cool.
Well, I think it's like, just like the Watt brothers of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, all 3 of you.
I understand, like, you know, well, like Christian McCaffrey's like his whole fucking family.
Yeah, I know.
Of like, what the hell?
Mm-hmm.
But the one, I was listening to, I think it was on McAfee with, who's the defensive back from Seattle that just signed with Jacksonville? There's like Shaquem and
Griffin? Shaquille Griffin?
Shaquille and Shaquem.
Shaquem, yeah.
The fact that, and I think McAfee said that of like that shit doesn't happen. Like you and your brother playing on the same team. And not to mention your brother doesn't have a hand.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
And you're both in the NFL on the same team.
Well, the McCourty brothers.
Yeah, of like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Well, at least they're twins.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, so they're the same person.
Uh-huh.
Should have got them at a deal.
But you don't ever see that, though. Usually one twin isn't as good as the other twin. At least in my experience.
Yeah, I remember that when I was in high school or something. Like there's some team that had twins and like one kid averaged like 20 a game, the other one averaged like 6.
Yeah, I mean it's just,
like what the fuck?
Yeah, what the hell?
Or it's weird when they're twins and like one's right-handed and one's left-handed. It's like that's not.
Yeah, not good.
You guys shouldn't talk to each other anymore. We don't talk to lefties. We think about that like back in the early night, like that was a thing of like, oh my God, your kid's the devil. He's left-handed.
He's
like, what the fuck does that mean?
He's a witch.
Yeah, tie his left arm down so he uses right. Of like, okay, what?
Makes no sense.
Who came up with this shit?
Yeah.
Now that we spoke of that,
everybody cares about that.
Everybody cares.
All righty. Dun, 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 dun. That was my NFL.
I don't think we're probably going to get dinged for that now.
Damn it.
Because it sounded so much like
in my high-pitched voice.
What they did. I can't. Mine cracks. I can't even go that high. Boom, boom, boom.
We have an orchestra here in the studio.
Okay. I don't think people want to hear us making Jesus Christ, what the fuck is for this show? Ugh. We need something.
Fans.
We need something to make. Can football start?
Yeah, thank God, I hope so.
Jesus.
All righty, so let's get started with this year's mock draft.
Do you want to start with the breaking news?
Justin Fields?
Yeah, the Justin Fields thing of maybe that's why.
So there was a report that came out earlier today, that Justin Fields has epilepsy or early signs, form of epilepsy. Now, nobody said that this was the reason that people are looking down on him as a potential. That obviously it didn't bother him in his 3 years of college.
And they said it's a form that he's had multiple people in his family have it, and they all grew out of it in their 20s.
Yeah. So, that was possibly a reason why he could have dropped. I don't know if that is, or people are just
feels like that would be something. I think it came out that he confirmed it.
Yeah, he said
today,
that. That's,
so
and that could have been something that happened that is, at a workout somewhere. Like they could have asked him, "You got any health problems?"
Yeah,
and he could have said, "Yeah."
They said he's on medication. I assume he's taking CBD because that's a cure-all. That's what it seems.
I mean, it's. I don't know. That's not an excuse to me to have dropped. Like, he has fluctuated fucking everywhere.
Yeah,
he has gone from the number 2 pick to number 15 with the Patriots. I mean, he has gone everywhere. That doesn't seem enough to me to fluctuate that. Something else, whether you're just trying to talk shit about him so he falls, whatever the case is.
Yeah,
that just doesn't seem enough to me for him to drop.
That seems now not to fluctuate like he is, but I could see teams going, hey, but what if this, what if he takes a shot and has a seizure and this becomes a thing?
Yeah.
Like, if maybe we can't plan the next 12 years with this guy.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like, I don't like that he's dropping the way he is, but but at the end of the day, I'd be okay with it of like, hey, maybe go to a team that wouldn't shit all over you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also, let's just make a mention of this because I seen the new trailer for Ted Lasso came out.
Yeah.
And he shit all over the New York Jets in that trailer. And I thought it was fucking hilarious. What do we call that, Coach? The New York Jets.
Yeah.
And how about this on the soccer front?
Yeah.
Since the last time we recorded, a super league established in Europe and went out of business in between our fucking broadcasts.
I did see that, yeah.
What a shit show.
Shit show. All righty.
All the big teams wanted more money. And they said, we're going to take all the money. And then everybody said, the fuck you are. And they're like, okay, maybe we made a mistake here. We just thought we could. All right.
Let's get started.
2021 draft is now open.
All righty.
For business.
You want to start or you want me to start?
Doesn't matter. We're both putting down the same name.
Are we?
Yes. You're going to come out with a hot take and not have Trevor Lawrence going to the Jacksonville Jaguars?
All righty. We'll both write his name down.
Yeah. Trevor Lawrence is going to be the first pick. I think everybody knows that. I don't know that we need to spend a lot of time talking about that. I don't know that there's any chance that will not happen.
Yeah.
And he's like maybe the first overall. Well, there's been some like Andrew. Well, no, there was controversy on Andrew Luck, who should have been the first one. And Peyton Manning, with Ryan Leaf of.
Yeah.
Can't remember the first time of like, hey, this is the guy.
Yeah.
But like, this is like the first time that a guy's been the guy for as long as he had. And like people, like they tried to shit on him last week a little bit with that, but that was mainly like if Justin Fields said this, he would go to third round.
Yeah. I mean, the way they kind of like turned his words around where he said like, I don't really like whatever. I don't really like football or whatever he said, or like the dude he didn't mean it the way you guys took it. I mean, obviously he has dedicated his life to do this. You know what I mean? All righty. Number 2. New York Jets. This is a tough one. This is a tough one for me. I mean, I'm going to go with Zach Wilson because I just think that's what they do. They like to take shit and try to make it not shit. So you can quote me on that one.
I hope I hear Mel Kiper going, well, this is the Jets. They always try to take shit and make it not shit, and then it ends up being shit, and they'll trade it away in 2 years. Mm-hmm. This is what's going to happen. Right on ESPN.
I hope he says that. So I heard the best take, and I don't like to give Coward credit because I don't like a lot of his takes a lot of times. I think he goes above and beyond. And
a lot of times it just, like all his Baker Mayfield shit, like he's just trying to start shit.
This one where he came out and he talked about the quarterbacks. He talked about the 5 quarterbacks that are going to be drafted, the main 5 or whatever. And he said, obviously, you have one that's a star. You have, one. You have 2 that are decent, and you always have one bust. And he picked Zach Wilson to be his bust.
I can see that.
And it was not and the way he did it, he didn't shit on anybody's abilities.
Nope.
It was where he had them predicted going. And the way that he described his success was he called him a hit or miss. And he goes, well, if you're a hit, you get that second contract. And he said, if you're a miss, you don't get that second contract. He said, if Baker Mayfield gets that second contract, he's a hit. If he doesn't, then in my opinion, he's a miss. And so he went on all that. And then he said, I think Lawrence is the guy. I think he's a hit. He said, Zach Wilson is his bust. He said Mack Jones is going to be a hit. He goes, I think he's going to get taken later in the round where his organization, they're going to give him that second contract because I think he's going to be a 9 to 10 game win guy his whole career. He's like, I'm not talking about Super Bowl wins or anything like that. Just, that hit, do you get that second contract? Because he was like, it's hard to not give a second contract to people who win.
Yeah.
Even if it is, 10 games or so. He goes, him and Justin Fields are my 2 hits. And he goes, I think Trey Lance is going to be not better or as good as Trevor Lawrence in this draft. That was his take.
Yeah. And I can't disagree with that. I mean,
no.
I think you could say Zach Wilson's going to be a bust mainly for the Like if Zach Wilson went to the 49ers and sat for a year and then played in that, he'd probably be a hit.
Yeah.
But going to the Jets in a rebuild,
that's what he said.
That's a fucking tough deal.
He goes, I think Robert Saleh is going to be a good coach, but we don't know.
No.
He said he's going into a division where it's all 3 defensive-minded people. He said they're all established coaches. He said Flores won 10 games last year with Fitzmagic and Tua.
Yeah.
He said you got Belichick and Sean McDermott. He goes, you're going into already a defensive-minded league. You have the worst offensive line in that division. He said, and you got a rookie head coach, and your organization is trash. He said, he goes, if he stays there, it's a miss.
Yeah.
So, I liked what he said, and I kind of agreed with it.
Yep. That's a reasonable take.
Yeah. I thought. I was like, okay.
There's only, for the most part, the chances of these 5 quarters, there's only going to be one successful one.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
I mean.
Well, I just like how he came out and said, like, I don't judge it successful in Super Bowl champions because that just doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah.
He said, but, if they get that second contract, then they're a hit. I don't know. I thought it was a reasonable take from that guy who always is trying to, start shit by saying different stuff. You know what I mean? All righty. Who's your third pick?
My third pick to the San Francisco 49ers is Mack Jones.
Okay. All right.
I assume we do not agree on this.
We do not. I just do not believe there's any way in hell that the Niners pass on Justin Fields.
Yeah.
I just don't. Even, obviously I had my mind made up before I heard about the epilepsy thing. I just don't think it matters to them because I don't think he's going to start right away. Because they're pretty much saying that it's going to take a first-round pick to get Jimmy G. Nobody's going to give him that just because of injury prone and all this stuff.
No, I just assume that whoever San Francisco picks is not playing next year.
No, I just assume that,
kinda, or if they do, it's going to be when Jimmy G inevitably gets hurt.
Yes.
Like a Justin Herbert situation of like, hey, it's 6 games in and maybe hopefully their team doctor didn't stab him in the lungs.
Yeah, that'd be great.
But,
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. I just have a hard time thinking that they pass on that guy.
And that's my hard time with the whole Justin Fields. That's why I have him not going there is because I can't see a situation where Justin Fields doesn't go number 2.
Yeah, no, I'm
but
with
it feels like that was never even an option.
I know, which is weird.
So to me, of like Justin Fields should be off the board at number 2 in my book.
Yeah,
but they pass on him, and I just feel like if there's a tumble, feels like Justin Fields is going to be your tumble.
Yeah,
it would probably be wrong. He'll probably come off at number 2, and the Jets will be like, "Hey, no, you motherfuckers, the ones that said Zach Wilson.
Yeah, we never
even looked at him."
Yeah. All righty.
You go.
My turn for number 4.
Yep.
I want to do a trade here, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If the Falcons are taking this pick, which I have them taking this pick, gotta be for me, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. That's what I got, because this is where the draft starts for me.
Yeah.
This is and I think all quarterbacks come off early.
Yep.
But this is what causes a little tumble because the following ones don't need quarterbacks.
Exactly.
So the draft is real. Like, to me, I got Kyle Pitts going to Atlanta. Now, if there's a trade up for a quarterback, I feel like then that shifts everything.
Yeah.
Because I think if Kyle Pitts is there, I think the Bengals take Pitts.
Okay. Yeah, I think so too.
But if he's not there,
then
they'll go a different route.
Go ahead.
You may go with that. They're going to take Penei Sewell.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, that's just my...
Yeah, no, I'm with you on that one.
That's the choice you have to make.
Yeah.
But if Kyle Pitts is there,
I think
gotta take Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
He's I was listening to that on the radio, and the guy said, he goes, here's the top 15 prospects. You get to choose one of these guys to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Who is it?
Gotta be Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts.
Oh, yeah, for sure it is. So,
I had to look it up. I couldn't remember how to spell his name.
Why don't you just use the sheet I printed off for you?
Oh yeah, it's sitting right next to it.
Dickhead.
Well, because I have to. I already made picks.
Oh, you're right.
So
Sorry.
I'm looking. Hey, go fuck yourself, pal.
I try to be
Why
nice.
don't you pay attention to your side of the goddamn table?
Sorry. God. Be mean.
I know. I wish we should have video set up on this because we have a Seth printed out. Like I have a draft order list that I can write my picks in, and then he also has the 2021 prospect rankings.
Yeah.
So I can go through and mark off my like we're fucking professionals.
Yeah, I mean I did my best. Yeah, I tried. So my Bengals pick, I think they go Jamar Chase. I think the Sewell pick is the smarter pick.
That's what they should do.
That's what they should do. I honestly think that they're going with Flash here because that guy, whether he has any say or not, that guy likes offense.
Yeah.
And I know a tackle is what you need. It seems like he did nothing in free agency. Now that could be why they go
picked up a tackle.
Yes, but that could be why they go towards Sewell because in their whole mind all the time they're saying, "Well, we got our left tackle in the draft."
Yeah,
that could be it.
Because that's my thing too. Because one, like they sign a free agent tackle.
Yeah,
so it's like maybe they don't pick Sewell.
Mm-hmm.
But then they sign Moss. And it's like, well, they got Burrow and LSU guys, so maybe they won't go with Chase.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
and I seen Burrow came in and goes, I feel like they're going to make the best decision for the team.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Joe,
the best decision for the team is
usually never done that.
Yeah, and if we're talking about the Bengals, the uniforms look cool.
Yeah, they're okay.
I mean, they're simple.
I still wish they'd have an alternate of the white tiger helmet because that's fucking awesome.
I wish they would have done something different with the helmet.
Yeah.
It just
keep the stripes. That's
keep the stripes, but do them something
kind of
different.
Make it look cool. Let Nike go to fucking town.
Exactly. All righty. So it's my turn with the Dolphins.
With the Dolphins.
This is where I think Sewell gets off the board. I know that everybody has the Dolphins either trading away or taking a receiver. You know, they traded away that one left tackle to the Texans. They don't have a very good offensive line. Tua needs protection.
Yeah.
Needs protection. This is a kind of a deep wide receiver draft. In the aspect of you have a second pick coming up in another first round for them.
It is and it isn't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're going to find a wide receiver later in the round, but they're going to be nowhere near the level guys that there was last year in the teams.
It's a drop off from talent for sure. But I think they'll find one later in the rounds with their second first round pick. Yeah. So I think they go Penny Sewell.
So we just swapped here because I got him taking Jamar Chase.
See, I mean, they do need weapons, but in my head, they got away with the weapons last year. They used different people, you know what I mean? And I'm thinking the offensive line is where it's at.
All right.
This is the interesting one. Now, you're going to pick first, but I don't know what the hell the Lions do. They need so much.
I think, and this is just my thought process, I don't think they're going to quarterback.
I don't either.
The right move for them, I'm not going to do a trade, but the right move and they'd be, if, there's quarterbacks on the board as far as my list, the proper correct list is concerned.
Yeah.
The proper move for them is to fall back.
Yeah.
Because they can get an offensive lineman back there. This is too high to pick the second tackle.
Yep.
So saying there's no trade, I'm going to go with they're going to end up taking Jalen Waddle.
Okay.
Because I think outside of Chase, he's the second. I'll say it again, he's the best receiver Alabama had. He just happened to get hurt.
I'm 100% agreeing with you.
That's just I know it was like, well, Smith is like, he won the Heisman. It's like, yeah, because Waddle wasn't there.
Yeah.
That's why he won the Heisman.
Exactly. Waddle to me is so much more than just your receiver. He does a lot more for you. He's a return guy. He's you know what I'm saying? Like he can do a lot more for you than just go line up.
And I feel like he has the skill set to be a star.
Mm-hmm.
And who else is better at drafting stars than the Lions?
Yeah.
I mean, they ruin their careers, but they fucking get them.
They do.
Honestly, you really start to think about this. You go back over like their first round picks.
Mm-hmm.
They got a lot.
Bad.
They got a lot of hits.
Yeah.
I mean, they fucking train wreck it.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you fire a coach that gets you to the playoffs because it wasn't enough. Okay.
Uh-huh. No, I'm with you. They do hit.
Yeah, they hit on them. But
all right. So I think this is where my first trade comes in.
Okay.
I think the Patriots make the move and trade up with the Lions.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and switch out my Patriots and my Lions. I don't have any details of what they give up, but
yeah.
And I think this is where you see Mack Jones come off the board.
Okay.
No. I don't. Revert. I think this is where you see Trey Lance come off the board.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Either way,
it's a quarterback.
They seem like they would be more of a Trey Lance fan than.
This is how.
Just because whoever's getting the most amount of press is the guy that Bill wouldn't like.
Mm-hmm. I think the way now this is just my mind working, over the last year and a half, nobody thought that Bill Belichick and Cam Newton would like each other.
Right.
Trey Lance has some of the same skill sets that Cam Newton has.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you want to learn from one of the guys who had done it fairly well for his career?
Yeah.
That's where my head's at. He's already going to be there. It's competition. It's learning. I think that Trey Lance has a lot of upside just because he played at North Dakota State. I don't think he's a first rounder in my own opinion, but everybody else does. So I think the Patriots trade up for Trey Lance.
Okay. I'm all right with that.
Okay.
That's a long move, but
it is.
I like it.
Like I said a couple weeks ago, the Patriots have been so gung-ho in free agency, I don't know why I would stop now.
Yeah. All right, well, it's your turn again.
Okay. Carolina Panthers. Oh, man. I think this is where the receiver comes off the board again, and I'm going to go with Jalen Waddle.
Okay. I am going with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah?
In a shocker, Justin Fields.
Okay.
I feel like that's the right spot.
I think it'd be a good spot for him.
I do too. And I think people are going to say, well, they just traded for a quarter. You know, they traded for a guy that had 2 years of an option left.
Yeah.
They basically traded for him to say, hey, we're going to give you a year, and then it costs us nothing to fucking cut you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
But if Justin Fields falls to us,
we're going to take him.
For sure, no, we're taking him.
Yeah.
So,
yep.
That's kind of my...
No, I think it's a great place for him to go. I really do.
I think that's the perfect spot for him.
The only bad thing for Justin Fields is that by the time he gets established, Joe Brady's going to be gone.
Yeah.
That's the only bad part for Justin Fields.
Yeah.
All righty.
So we get...
my team.
Yep. Let me grab that, see who I had going there.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know what the hell to do. Go ahead.
With the 9th overall pick, the Denver Broncos select Trey Lance.
Okay.
I know you want to say some shit, but I know you know exactly that is a pick they would fucking make.
It is.
You bring in another young quarterback to play behind the young quarterback that we don't know if he's any good or not. But I feel like outside the Trevor Lawrence stuff, I might feel if he's there. Now, obviously, they're not trading up to do that.
Yeah.
If Trey Lance on the board at 9, this might be the most confident I feel about a pick on my board. No, it just feels like that's where it's at.
If a quarterback is available at 9, there's no way they pass on him at one of the 5.
Because you're getting some guys back next year. You're probably not going to be a top 10 draft pick team next year.
No, you're probably not.
And that's the way I feel about it, because that's why the Kyle Pitts thing with Atlanta, it would make sense to me right there in my draft. I would not be shocked if they took Justin Fields, because if you only got maybe 2 years left of Matty Ice.
Yep.
You can't assume with him and like Julio and all those guys that you're going to have the number 4 pick again.
Yep.
Let's be honest, they lost a lot of close games.
They did.
I mean, they a couple flips here and there, and they could be picking 12.
Exactly.
So if you like a quarterback and you need one, you might as well draft one while you're there. And let's not forget, if they don't fuck up a fourth quarter again against Tom Brady, they might not even make the playoffs, and they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
People forget that. That was a comeback win in Atlanta that if they don't win that game, they are outside the playoff picture.
Yep.
That it was that fucking close.
Yeah. It's my turn to pick.
I know it makes you really happy.
I know what my gut tells me what they would do.
Yeah.
But I don't want to pick it. I have Mack Jones still on the board.
Yeah.
In my draft. And I feel like that's what they're going to do if he's there. So I'm going to go with Mack Jones. What my hope is, if there's a quarterback still there, obviously I pray that it's Justin Fields, or I'm okay with the Trey Lance pick. I really am. I think that he has a lot of upside. But that's what you like with the top 10 pick is upside. Yeah, upside. If somebody asked me, we're doing whatever you want to do, I'm trading back. That's just me.
Yeah.
I'm trading back, I'm getting, another edge guy, or I'm getting a corner or another offensive tackle. I'm getting something. I'm not in the top 10 pick. I don't have that pressure on me. I'm taking a trade at number 9 if I'm the Broncos.
See, to me, your Patriots trade,
yeah,
I think that would happen. It's more likely to happen with the Broncos at 9.
Yeah.
Because it's not such a reach, and the Patriots wouldn't have to give up so much. And obviously, I'm not doing trades because I tried it last year, and it was a fucking shit show. I couldn't even keep it straight while we were doing the show.
Yeah.
It's just too much going on.
Yeah. And
then I was just wrong on everything. So.
All righty. So it's my turn with the Cowboys.
Yep.
I think they go corner. I think they take J.C. Horn from South Carolina.
Oh.
I do not think Surtain is the first corner off of the board. Did you see some of the stats that came out on him?
Yeah.
Regarding the different receivers over the last couple of years that have been drafted in the first round?
Actually, no.
Oh. Jalen Waddle had 1 catch for 12 yards. Devontae Smith had 3 catches for 18 yards, guarding him specifically.
Yeah.
Jerry Jeudy had 4 catches for 25 yards. I mean, it was just something ridiculous that he had shut these guys down. So that's a pretty cool stat. You know what I mean? When they can break it down and just do one-on-ones like that.
I like where you're going, but I have them taking Surtain.
I figured.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
So you wrote that down before that he's going to have them taking Surtain.
I figured you were taking quarterback, and Surtain or J.C. Horn are the top 2.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I did know. I know everything you're doing. The second. Not a junior. He's a second.
Sorry.
There's more than one of him. There's 2.
There's 2. All right, your pick with the Giants.
I have the New York Football Giants taking Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons.
I don't know why, but it just felt like the worst pick for them to make, and I figured that's kind of what they do.
Okay. I have them taking Devontae Smith.
Because I don't really like Micah Parsons.
Okay.
I don't know the man, and I feel like we wouldn't get along. No, actually, I don't. Defensive-wise, they're no longer a defensive juggernaut in college football.
Yeah.
But Penn State still gets drafted high in that, and they haven't done well in the league.
No, they
haven't.
Kind
of like a lot of the Michigan defenders.
Yeah.
Kind of shit show in the NFL.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like that's where the Giants are going to go.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I mean, it makes sense because they don't do well at things.
Yeah.
So it's my turn with the Eagles.
They picked a fucking running back at 2.
Yeah.
I mean, the fuck. He's really good, but hey, it's a number 2 overall pick, man.
So the Eagles, I don't know where the Eagles go, just because they again with the Lions they need so fucking much. But I think they take Patrick Surtain.
Okay. I have them taking. I haven't taken Devontae Smith.
Okay.
I think that's honestly a good pick for them.
Mm-hmm.
We want to touch on that a little bit because his numbers actually came out.
Yeah.
He's 6 foot, 166 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to do with that information.
I don't know either.
Will he get murdered? Yeah. If he gets hit.
If he gets hit.
But there's small guys that just know how to not get hit. He played in the SEC, and he was open by 30 fucking yards every play. But there's some guys that just know how to get down and get out of bounds. Like, now, if he gets lit up by a fucking safety or a linebacker,
yeah.
But, maybe that doesn't happen. It's another receiver that's like, I seen, I think it was whoever's tweet it was, if it was Rappaport or whoever. the receiver that's projected to go in the second round is 5'8", 150,
something like that.
I'm like, and I didn't put it in. I heard somebody say like, that's Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that motherfucker's going to play a receiver in the end, like Floyd Mayweather size.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus.
The dude from Clemson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget his name. Powell.
Also, I don't think he's from Clemson.
Oh, Amari Rogers?
I don't know.
I thought it was.
is.
Okay, either way. But yeah, small.
I wouldn't know the guy if I,
Small guy.
But, you just have to assume that either one, they're going to get hurt, or two, they know how to not get, not get the big shot. Because with all the other receivers, like Welker and them were small, but they were kind of thicker, more of a spark plug, almost more of a running back build.
Yeah.
These guys are just slim bodies. So
one of the impressive body numbers that I saw tagged onto what he ran on his 40 time, that linebacker from Tulsa, that Zavin Collins.
Yeah.
6'4", 270 pounds, ran a 4.5.
Yeah.
4.56. That's fucking impressive.
Yeah.
That's 270 pounds. That's
fucking stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. No. Crazy. And he is like trim. Like he's.
I couldn't run a 4.5
Is there at 10 yards? Is there a break?
Yeah. The fuck?
20 yards. God damn it.
All right.
The charges.
I'll get this one out of the way because we're not going to talk about it because I don't even know who the fuck the guy is.
Okay.
Actually, I do. He's pretty good. I have them taking tackle Rashawn Slater.
So do I. They need
really?
to tackle.
We agreed on that?
We did agree on that.
Feel like, the second tackle off the board, we're not going to spend a lot of time talking about him. He blocks people. He's good at it.
They said he's the most athletic tackle in the draft. Whatever that means. Whatever you consider athletic as a tackle.
I don't know. Is he doing backflips? I don't know what the fuck that means.
Exactly. I don't know.
Hey, can he block people?
Yeah.
That's I don't need him running routes.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he's really good at, getting off the line and getting out onto the safety. Like, I don't need that from a tackle, so I don't need to know that. Well, he's got a really high 3-cone drill.
Yeah.
I need him dropping back and fucking blocking somebody. I don't.
Yeah.
Not many teams that are pulling tackles anymore.
Nope.
So
no. All right, the Vikes. This is where I have some questions. I have a hard time having them draft defense because of that fucking crazy ass defense.
Yeah.
But I think that they take a corner. I think they take Caleb Farley.
Okay. He's a good player too.
Mm-hmm.
I have them taking just another tackle coming off the board.
Oh, okay.
That Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech.
Yeah. Yep. I got you. Got you.
All right, we're down to 15. I still have the Patriots here.
Yep.
So I'll pick because I go first over a trade. I just made that rule. I just made that rule up.
Yeah, go ahead.
I got Rashad Bateman coming off.
Okay, receiver.
Yep.
Alrighty.
I think I'd like them to be in the quarterback hunt.
Mm-hmm.
If they trade up, that's where they're. Or if somebody happens.
Yeah.
If somebody falls to them, there's going to be some pissed off people.
Yes, there are.
But I think it'd also be a first time of, hey, they're going to let's get a receiver.
Okay, so I now have the Lions at 15, and I think that's where Micah Parsons comes off the board.
I can see that too. Yeah.
All right, it's the Cardinals.
The Cardinals. As I seen in a mock draft, somebody had them trading up to 6 to take fucking Jamar Chase. Of like,
did you see that big?
Fuck, they're going to jump from 16 to 6, take a wide receiver of like.
Did you see all the reports that come out today? That
No.
that inside, whoever the fuck insiders are, obviously the front office had put this out, that they're trying to trade up for a wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard that, but you don't know that that's.
No, you don't know if it's anything, but.
And then there's also rumors. There's one team that was. Oh, I think it was Carolina that it came out that they were taking offers to drop back.
Yeah, I did see that. Which, you know.
Hey, this time of year, somebody picks, when they call, they pick the phone up.
Yeah.
You want the 8th pick? What are you going to give me for it? Well, that's fucking horse shit.
Yeah.
So, no.
Yeah.
Well, they took a phone call. Well, yeah.
They're going to.
If you're going to say, hey, we're going to give you fucking next 3 years of first-round picks for that pick.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
I mean.
Alrighty.
Because I feel like we're at the point now where we're in that 10-minute span of trades. Like, when, we're close enough to the draft of like, hey, this guy fell. Get them on the phone. See if we can get up there.
Yeah. So the Cardinals, you have who?
I haven't told you yet.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have them going receiver. I feel like if they traded up, see, I don't have them going up that high, but like if a Devontae Smith falling to Philadelphia or something like that, I can see them trading up 4 spots to get a receiver.
Yeah.
But here I have Christian Barmore from Alabama.
Okay, the defensive lineman. Yeah.
Working from the inside.
Yep. And I'm going with you on that of inside, and I'm going the opposite side of the ball. That's where Darius Shaw comes off the board for me.
All right. It gets quiet when we're both writing at the same time.
I just think
that we're actually taking notes, and then we'll grade these after that. It'll be shitty.
I just think they have to protect what's his dick? Murray. I can't remember his name there for a second.
I don't know what his dick is. They don't do that at the combine.
I wish they would.
He's got, it's going to be tough. He's only got 8 3/4 inch hands, but he's got a 9-inch penis. So the guys in the locker room will respect him. He keeps fumbling the ball, and he can't throw it more than 15 yards because he can't fucking grip it. But
got a hog
that
on
cock
him.
size has got all the boys on his side.
That's weird. It's a weird statement.
The whole conversation. This whole fucking show is weird. I think it's all weird.
It is. It's awesome. I love this show.
You remember that on Family Guy where like Quagmire's dad comes in and like they all come up. He's like, hey, your dad had the best penis in the Navy. And all that. Like, I want to see a press conference afterwards. Like, man, I'll tell you what, that Kyler Murray, I didn't think he was a good pick. But, I seen him in that shower and
the best penis on the team.
He has the best penis on the team. Like, I think it'd be funny if like to just like they can't play ball for shit. But good penis on him.
Yeah. Exactly.
I mean, slapping his knee.
Yeah.
How are you going to throw a 60-yard pass, that thing flanging around down there? I don't know.
Oh, God.
They actually have to tape it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now that we've got that out of the line, a little intermission.
There we go.
Little penis intermission.
Big penis intermission.
So many people turning off.
All righty. Now we got the Raiders. I'll go.
Go ahead.
I think they take that Kwity Paye.
You know what? I thought about that for them.
But it didn't make any sense.
Because it's the wrong... No. It doesn't make any sense for them to take him.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think they would. But that's where I have J.C. Horn coming off.
Okay.
But Kwity Paye makes sense. Just especially because I said, Michigan defenders seem not to fucking work.
Yeah. Yeah. All righty. You got the Dolphins' second pick.
This is where I have them. This is where I have their offensive line with that with Elijah Vera Tucker.
Okay, from USC. From
USC.
And to counter off my other one, this is where I have them taking a receiver, the Rashad Bateman. Sorry, it's quiet again.
Yeah, it's all right.
I
can fill it in with penis talk if you'd like.
No, it's okay. I don't know.
I just wrote that like I was fucking just learned how to write. Like it was one of those ones like where your hand, like my hand wouldn't slide anymore, so I just tried to keep moving my fingers back. It's like I'm running out of room.
I think the Dolphins, they're such a quiet team. Like they don't do anything where people hate them. You know what I mean? Like, they don't do, you know what I mean? It's kind of like the Broncos. Like, nobody really says shit about them because they don't really do anything to piss anybody off.
You talking about the Dolphins?
Yeah, the Dolphins, yeah.
I think, which is a bad thing, because I think for them, it's because nobody fucking cares.
Yeah, you're probably right. I mean, you probably are, but it's,
with most Miami teams, you know, like, people cared, like, when LeBron and them came, but for the most part, like, shit's popping off in Miami.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking cares about the sports teams. It's just the way it is.
All right, now you got the Washington football team.
Yeah, I have them. Here we go.
Okay.
Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah.
The linebacker from Notre Dame?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. It's a tough get out, but I think I got it good.
I don't know if I'm going to pick him the first round, so I don't have to pronounce his name. I have them going tackle on the offensive side of the ball. That's where I have that Elijah Vera Tucker come off.
Yeah. Well, you didn't have him going here because you kept the tackles around that won't be there for them to take. Because they're obviously going to Dolphins and going with what you said. Yeah.
Okay. Now we have the piece of shit Bears.
They are some shit burgers.
They really are.
That's the other. Because when Jim McMahon came out, it was like, this is where people go for their careers to die.
Yeah.
Hey, this is the only guy that's won a fucking Super Bowl for you.
Yeah.
And he's talking shit.
Nah, no shit.
But then go back and look at it. Best quarterback in the history of their franchise, fucking Jay Cutler.
Yeah, I know.
Because McMahon can say some stuff, but he was, they ran the fucking football and nobody scored on them.
Exactly. That's why they won the game.
But, it's weird. It's weird how teams have never had as we talked last time, I said, the Bengals are a shit for a long time were shit. They always had a quarterback. And the Bears making playoffs went to a Super Bowl with Rex fucking Grossman.
I know.
They never have a quarterback, but they're in the playoffs. They're in the, it's weird. And you just got to think of how the fuck are they the only defense that can actually hold up? Hey, we're keeping teams under 20 points a game, but we don't have anybody that can fucking do it.
Not a goddamn person. Not a goddamn person.
You want to go?
Yeah, I guess. I have them taking that linebacker from Notre Dame, that Jeremiah Owusu Koramoah.
You just told me you didn't have him going in the first round.
I was just joking.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I just said I don't want to pronounce his name.
Now you're a fucking liar.
Sue me.
This is a pick that they make for next year.
Okay. The Colts, you mean?
No.
Oh, you have to go to the Bears. Sorry, my bad.
Because they're not going to have the guy that they normally would have.
Okay.
This is where I have Elijah Moore coming off the board. Wide receiver from
Ole
Mississippi.
Miss? Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Because
do you say Ole Miss or do you say Mississippi?
Well, it's Ole Miss.
I get that, but it's Mississippi.
I understand.
Okay, I'm just saying,
they go by Ole Miss.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I mean, the way that you do the whole pop soda thing, I figured you just called it Mississippi.
No.
Okay.
But I also like to call him Pennsylvania State. I knew somebody that did that. It's like, hey, fuck you.
It's Penn State, bitch.
They don't even call themselves Pennsylvania State.
They're Penn State. Jesus. All right.
No, I guess I don't really talk about Mississippi very often. I mean, because you only talked about Eli when he played there.
Yeah.
And then the best sign ever when what's his fuck from Alabama, the quarterback, his girlfriend. Remember when they zoomed in on him?
Oh,
and
yeah.
Brent Musburger started jerking off. And then the next week it was an Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
It's whatever her name, I can't remember what her name is.
Talking about.
It's she's an Ole Miss 6.
Yeah.
Which is true because for some reason, fucking Mississippi.
Yeah. It's these
my
bodies.
God.
Yeah, I know.
But that just sticks out in my head.
Yeah.
And also, the Eli Manning game, I remember staying up and watching that game. Might have been one of the greatest college football games ever when he went that 8 overtime game and it ended up 72-71.
Yeah.
Or this was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Then people shit on Eli Manning all the time.
Yeah.
212 games in a row. He started and won 2 fucking Super Bowls, and you're talking about maybe he's not a Hall of Famer. Get the fuck out of here, people.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All righty. I'll go with the Colts. This is where I have Elijah Moore going off the board.
That'd be good for them.
Yep.
They could use that. They need another hitter.
Mm-hmm.
Because the kid from Ohio State can't stay healthy.
I know.
His career is probably going to be over.
Probably. And then
I assume he's going to, if he gets hurt again, he's getting cut, and then he'll just be done.
Uh-huh. And then the dude they drafted last year was okay, but Phillip Rivers throwing to him.
Yeah, he had 500 yards and 1 touchdown. Won't give up his fucking number for the quarterback. Calm the fuck down, dude.
Easy there.
And T.Y.'s getting a little older.
Yep.
But it's still T.Y. Hilton. I mean, but he needs somebody to help. I feel like that's a good spot. I have them taking Azeez Ojulari.
Yeah, from Georgia.
From Georgia.
Yeah. cool. I don't mind that one either. I mean,
yeah, edge,
edge
score
guy.
some points, edge defender. That's when you look at how teams play. They have a really good defense. You get an edge rusher that helps. But you're building like how when Peyton Manning was there. We have really good offense.
Yep.
Get pressure on the quarterback. That's kind of an Indianapolis thing, kind of how Pittsburgh of good defense, we kind of run the ball.
Yep.
I think a lot of teams getting away from what they are.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, let's just kind of.
I don't think a lot of teams know what they are because of the little success they have had. All right. So we have the Titans. You want to go with the Titans?
Yeah. Give me a second to write this name that I can't pronounce.
Okay.
Ojulari, I think.
Yeah, Ojulari. You're good.
Just like the when we was talking about the Heisman, I said the kid from Clemson.
Yeah.
Not even taking a fucking shot.
No, that's a hell of a name.
Fucking guy's last name. Fuck out of here. I know, like, Roger Goodell's going to be looking and going, fuck, I hope this kid burns out in college because I don't want to have at least to be a second rounder because I don't want to have to do it on the first round. I mean, if he's a number one with the first overall pick, who's a guy from Clemson?
That quarterback from Clemson.
Yeah. All right, number 22, Tennessee Titans. Greg Newsome.
God damn it. That's what I have
Is that who you got?
Yeah.
I think it's a good pick for them.
I do too. I think that
he's a good player.
They need some help defensively, and I think they lost so many guys after that playoff run, like their whole half their fucking team.
Yeah.
That they have to replenish, and when you still have that horse with human like features, I just feel like
probably
you're always
cock on him too.
Oh God, probably. No shit. I bet his nickname's Tripod.
Probably.
That'd be cool. That'd be a cool nickname.
Maybe they call him Sausage Hammer.
That's a terrible
I don't
nickname.
even know what that.
That's a horrible name. I hope they don't call him that.
Oh, in case people don't know, that kid's a fucking cornerback from Northwestern.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Greg Newsome, cornerback from Northwestern. His nickname is not Sausage Hammer.
Slobcock.
There's so much penis talk on this show.
After we go through this draft, next week we're going to come through and give nicknames to everybody in the draft.
You're going to hate this.
Probably not going to be good.
You're going to hate this show. It's all going to be cock-based.
It's going to be... I mean, we're over an hour in. Most people have fucking tuned out by now.
Yeah, you're right. All righty. The New York Jets' second pick.
This is where I think they fuck up their second pick along with their second overall pick. And take Kwity Paye.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
It actually makes it like they need that.
Yeah.
And that's a good spot to get it. But I mean, it's fucking Michigan. Get the fuck out of here.
I have them taking an edge guy too, but I have them taking that Jalen Phillips out of Miami.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
Mm-hmm. All righty.
Yeah.
The Squealers?
The Steelers. Third best team in the AFC North, which is a weird thing to say.
It is a weird thing to say.
Weird thing to say.
And picking at 24.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
The hell of a fucking division.
Mm-hmm.
I have them taking Walker Little, tackle out of Stanford.
Okay.
I think they get back to basics.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think they do get back to basics. I think that starts with their running game. I'm going to go with the rest of all the people making picks, and I think that they take the running back there.
You think so?
I do too. Najee Harris.
You're probably right about that, and I think it's a mistake, but I think you're right, though.
Yeah.
I'm just getting back away from the running backs in the first round.
I know. It's tough.
Now, I mean, because it's one of those things of, like, there's so many, you need a tackle,
mm-hmm.
and, you need a lot of other things.
Yeah.
And at 20, but if they were, 29 or 30 and took Najee Harris, I'd be okay with that. But at 24, it seems like...
I know what you mean. It's always a reach for some reason with running backs just because you use them so much, but they don't have one.
Yeah.
And I just feel like take him while he's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I could see them trading back a little bit too, but then again, you might miss them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Jacksonville's second pick, huh?
Yeah.
You want to go?
I will go. I think they go offensive line, and I think they take the Tevin Jenkins from Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay. It's weird. I mean, like a big fucking offensive lineman whose name is Tevin.
I know.
That's weird.
It's weird. Really weird.
I feel like he should be like when I think Tevin, I think like somebody who makes like odd coffee.
Yeah, like a barista.
Yeah. Not even that, but like even more.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a dark roast, and we added like a goat milk, but we screamed at the goat while we milked it, so you can taste the fear that goes in it, and some chocolate sauce with strawberries.
Taste the fear.
Yeah,
I like that one.
It's fucking, it's
I could
Tevin.
be pronouncing it wrong. It could be Tavon. I don't know. I mean,
no, it's fucking Tevin.
I don't know. I'm bad with names.
You got to be able to taste that fear in your fucking goat milk. I mean, I have them taking Trayvon Morg from TCU, the safety.
I do too. I think that
for
is
Jacksonville. Because that was where I was at.
My bad.
So I assume that's who you have going to Cleveland.
For the Browns, yeah, we can, since we both picked him.
Just go ahead and go combine those.
Yeah. That dude is a fucking stud.
Yeah.
That's a fucking stud. I didn't know much about him just because it's TCU.
Yeah.
But they were showing highlights of his, and I was like, Jesus God, this guy's good.
Yeah, so I have the Browns, which I think would be killer for them. I have them taking Jalen Phillips.
Oh, yeah. Be cool.
I think that would be that he can get 90% of the reps while that guy that they just fucking signed plays 3 snaps a game.
No, I'm with you on that one. No, that's a really good one for them, too.
He might not make it there, but I think that if he does, they got to feel pretty fucking good about that.
That Trevin Moehrig or however you say it, him and that dude, that John Johnson, who they just signed, now you have a complete secondary. You know what I mean? Like you have Ward, you have the other corner, you have this guy, the Justin Johnson. Now you draft this guy who's an automatic starter.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't not plug this guy in, and he returns shit too.
Yeah.
So you got a guy on special teams too. So do you want to go? Oh, you did the Browns, Phillips, Ravens.
Here's the thing now, because we're at the Ravens. So you have the AFC North picking 24, 26, 27, and 5th. Which team do I root for?
The 5th. Yeah.
So Baltimore Ravens at 27. I have them taking Terrace Marshall Jr.
Okay.
Out of LSU.
I have them taking a receiver too, but I have them reaching for one.
Uh-oh.
I think.
Are you going to say it?
Who?
It's going to be it's going to be that little guy. Not the little guy that we talked about. It's the speedy guy.
I don't know. I want to say Kadarius Toney.
Okay, no.
Okay. No, the guy from Florida. Big playmaker. I feel like they already, the splashy stuff with Lamar Jackson. This guy makes fucking plays when he has the ball in his hands.
Yeah. I thought you were going to go
Rondale Moore. No.
Boy, would a lot of Baltimore. I could see them doing it.
Yeah.
Hey, we need more speed.
Uh-huh.
Like, you also need somebody that might be able to jump up and fucking catch one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not fucking 5'6".
Yeah. No, that Toney guy, I think he's good. And then now we have the Saints. The Saints.
Well, given what's happened this offseason, I feel like they're going cornerback with Caleb Farley.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they might need one.
I think they would too. This is where I have that Marshall guy going off from LSU, the receiver. Okay. Just because they don't have anybody opposite of shit. That was his name.
Mike.
Yeah. Thomas.
Did you see that where it came out today that the white guy from New Orleans is only doing quarterback work his offseason?
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. He's going to be pissed.
Yeah. I mean, it's like that's all the training you're doing of I feel like
I got everything else down.
Yeah. I feel like that's Jameis's job.
Yeah.
As soon as they signed him back, kind of felt like you can say competition and everything, and we're totally going to slide that I didn't even say his fucking name. I just said the white guy.
Yeah.
He's like, I could not pull
Taysom Hill?
I could not pull his name up in the amount of time I wanted to spout that out there. But I'm like, you're 30 years old, man. Like, maybe just do what you've been doing.
Yeah.
And get your money.
Get your money, dude.
Learning how to play quarterback now doesn't seem like it's going to work.
Nope.
I mean,
it's not good.
Especially when you look at the 4 games that he played, like, Alvin Kamara might as well not even been in the game because he never got the fucking ball.
I know.
And he's kind of the best player in your team.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Alrighty, now we have the Packers.
You go ahead.
Okay. I am 100% with it. They don't take a fucking receiver. This is where I have that Azeez Ojulari go off.
Okay.
From Georgia.
Where did I have him going?
You had him going someplace.
Oh, to the Colts.
Colts, yes.
I also do not have them taking receiver.
Okay.
I have them taking Asante Samuel Jr.
Nice. Well, they probably need cornerback help after getting beat by that other white guy for the Buccaneers and losing. Pretty much that was I would say that's right there is the reason you lost. But what do I know?
Pretty close.
Okay.
I did like when Mark Schlereth said that, and it does make sense when he was talking this last week. He said the next time a team is one receiver away from winning a Super Bowl will be the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
Because receivers don't win Super Bowls.
Nope.
Quarterbacks do, and defenses do, and running,
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're one playmaker away from winning a Super Bowl. No, you're not, then.
Nope, you're not.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Now, you might be one receiver if you're Green Bay from making the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
Yeah.
Winning.
Yeah. Bills?
The Buffalo Bills. The other edge defender from Miami.
Yeah, it's down here.
Gregory?
Yep.
Rousseau?
Yeah, I think it's Rousseau. Yeah. For as good and as dominant as that defense is, they have no pass rush.
No.
And they need it. I mean, that's the only thing missing from that defense. Alrighty. The KC Chiefs.
I have this is where I have it. Probably be great for them if this happened. This is where I have Tevin Jenkins going.
Okay.
I think if he fell there, I think they'd be happy with that.
Yeah. This is where I have them taking that Dylan Redunce from North Dakota State, another tackle. I mean, they lost both of their bookends. They just cut them. So, I mean, like, I get cutting Schwartz because you don't know about that injury, but Fisher was fine. I just cut him. He's old, but yeah. So we have the last pick in the 2021 Wideside mock draft.
Yeah.
To the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who do you have them taking?
This is going to be a weird one.
Yeah.
But I think it's something they're going to need because where they are. And I already I already had to talk about these players from Pennsylvania State.
Yeah.
I have them taking Jason Owe.
Oh, okay. Pass rusher. Yeah.
Your two bookends you got there. I feel like you got like 1 year left with these guys. Like maybe you need to get somebody in there.
Yeah. I have also going with the defensive side of the ball. I have them taking Christian Barmore from Alabama, the defensive lineman.
Okay. Yeah, I originally when I did this, I had them getting one of the Miami guys.
Yeah.
But I just don't think either of them will be there.
The only one that'll be there will be Rousseau.
Yeah.
Just because he sat out last year.
Yeah.
And you don't really know what you're going to get out of him.
Right.
That's really the only one that would be there.
That's kind of I feel like defensive line is probably where they're going.
Yeah.
It sounds like because it sounded like the Antonio Brown thing got worked out of like he settled or whatever with his lawsuit that he had going.
Yep.
And it sounds like they're signing him back. Like he'll be back.
He'll be back in Tampa.
Which
is great.
How the fuck?
I don't know.
Can Tampa do? How can they even sign? Maybe they trade out because they can't afford to sign a first-round draft pick.
Maybe.
I don't know how the fuck they...
I don't know. It's crazy. You brought everybody... If they sign Antonio Brown back, they are bringing back their entire team and Gio Bernard. Like, they signed free agents that weren't their own. I know it was only one, but the fact that they were able to sign, somebody else that wasn't their own. Jeez.
And you know what this says with the guy that I don't really care for, which means when the Bengals pick in the second round, they're probably going to end up taking that Rondale Moore.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't know either.
I don't know what that guy ever did.
Yeah.
Well, he had some big game. He had a big game against Ohio State.
That's what he did.
1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And he had some big games of but he's super fast.
Does everybody.
College in the Big Ten.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Heading up to a different style league coming up top.
Oh, yeah.
I mean.
Yes. Yep. Still a lot of big name guys on the board for day 2, and I think it'll be a fun day 2.
Well, this is the one that I could see. We're going to talk about with the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on how they feel about Penei Sewell, because obviously he didn't play last year either.
Yeah,
and it seems like people, like he was high. Him and Justin Fields are kind of in that same boat of like super high.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was Trevor Lawrence 1, Justin Fields 2, Penei Sewell 3.
Yep,
that was the fucking picks.
Yep,
for most of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Of thinking, fuck, the Bengals aren't even gonna he's not gonna slide to even get there.
Yeah,
but now it's like are the Bengals reaching at 5?
Yeah, I know. What?
But you could see that, because I think if Pitts is on the board, they take Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
But then I think it's sensible to take Sewell. But then you look back of where they're picking at 37.
Yeah, there's a ton of tackles.
There's a ton of tackles right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you took Jamar Chase, you get that fucking Leatherwood from Alabama. You got a guy from North Dakota State.
Yeah. Even the dude from Stanford, I didn't even have him going in the first round.
I mean, there's some guys there that can play.
Yeah. That Eichenberg from Notre Dame. I mean, it's...
Yeah, you have a lot of... That's what makes me think about that of, if they take Jamar Chase, they can pick a tackle up. A pretty good tackle.
Yes. Solid tackle at, 33 or 35 or whatever the hell it is. Yeah.
I'm not so sure if they have 2 second-round picks.
They might.
I think they might. I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right.
It'd be weird if they did.
Yeah. It would be.
Because that's even at that... if they had 2 second-round picks... you pick up a tackle there, and then later in a round, you're still going to have that guard from Ohio State late in the second round that you can pick him up.
Yeah.
I mean, they have options.
They do.
So I'm not going to freak out if they take Jamar Chase, knowing that.
Yeah, hopefully you get a tackle.
There should be 3 or 4 tackles available there where you're picking in the second round.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
I think I'm correct. I think I hit it 100%. I really think that.
The only one I didn't like.
Hey, fuck you, man. Don't tear me down.
I'm not tearing you down.
Don't tear me down to make yourself feel better.
I'm not. I mean, a little bit. But I didn't like the Walker Little pick to the Steelers. I didn't. That was the only one where I thought was because he has really dropped, and I don't know why he dropped.
Yeah.
But that was just one where I was like, I feel like he's a second round guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If not necessarily to the Steelers is a bad pick, but I just him himself going in the first round.
Yeah.
That was the only one. I liked your other picks. I mean,
I find it hard. I mean, I think I'm with you on. I'll kind of be shocked if they don't take Najee Harris. But then again, I could be shocked if he's even on the board there.
Yeah.
I don't see anybody taking him in the top 20.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be shocked if the fucking Raiders did or something,
Yeah.
I mean,
we already have one back. Let's get 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's just
yeah.
The Raiders would be the mortgage their whole thing to go up and get Kyle Pitts.
Yeah. Exactly. Even though they already have a pretty good tight end. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be killer if you had 2, though.
It would be. And that's the thing.
But I could see them doing that.
Just giving the whole fucking kitchen
let's
sink.
Just give hey, you won all our draft picks this year?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, just remember when Ditka did that in New Orleans?
Yeah, he did. Trade the whole fucking...
I made I picked a running back,
It was Ricky Williams, wasn't it?
Ricky Williams at 3 or 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm done for the draft.
Yeah.
I'm going to go play golf because we have no picks left because I just gave them all the way for this guy.
And they didn't have him for 3 years. That's all he
4
had.
years, something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, and then
They ended up,
in Miami. Yeah, crazy, crazy.
What are you doing, Coach? I'm gonna go play golf.
Yeah.
It's fucking. He's great. His post, especially down there, when he's like, "Well, how's I don't know. Ask a trainer."
Yeah,
He's like, "You're the fucking coach." Is a trainer having a media thing?
Yeah.
I'm not even 100% sure he's allowed to tell him anything. Talk to the trainer.
Yeah.
Okay. He's probably gonna say, "I can't tell you that." Like that's a fucking coach thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Funny.
32 draft picks and penis talk. That's a fucking good day.
That is.
Shoved in two sports that nobody gives a fuck about.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about basketball at all, but
that's okay.
You know the one thing that caught me off guard, and it was just because I seen it on a clip, speaking of basketball. Because it's tough to see because LeBron James' son.
Yeah.
Because I still see him as a little kid at the Cavs games, you know?
Yeah.
But then, like, it was just a clip where he's just on a court with some YouTuber guy.
Mm-hmm.
And he just, like, he's tying his shoes, and he gets up out of the chair, walks out on the court. They throw a basketball to him. He walks under the rim, just jumps up, dunks it two-handed. It's like, it strikes me as weird because I still see him as being like 4 foot tall little kids, you know?
Yeah.
Sitting next to the courtside at a Cavs game. It's like, oh, this guy's a fucking player.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's older and taller. And I know, what is he, a sophomore, freshman, sophomore?
Sophomore or junior, I think now.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah. You're good.
This is what you do.
Yep.
Just one of those things like I can't see it because he's still a young kid to me.
I know what you mean.
It's weird.
It is weird.
But, you know, my mind works in weird fucking ways.
It does. That's why we love you.
Yeah. Every once in a while I can say something funny. I don't know if I ever say anything smart, but I say some funny things. Or off-topic shit.
Off the wall.
I'm very good
off the wall.
at moving the fucking talk about well away from what we were talking about and then not remembering how to come back, which I'm sure everybody loves.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
All right. Well, we'll probably have another episode before the draft hits where, you know, maybe we'll make some tweaks. A 2.0 or something like that. I don't know. I don't think we're going to spend an hour talking about the draft again, but maybe we will.
Maybe we will.
Because some shit might happen.
Yes, sir.
Who knows?
Yes, sir.
It's all possible in the National Football League.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Wideside.